James is up. He says, how do you use local events and news to establish local relevancy with Google? Is it as simple as curating local events and news, or do we need to also use a link strategy with curated content? James, yeah, actually, we just did another mastermind newsletter. We had to turn in the copy for it, the content for the mastermind newsletter for December, and we just turned that in yesterday, really. And I actually am covering part of that in that mastermind newsletter. But yes, you can embed like local calendar events. You can also use plugins and things like that you can add feeds to, which are great to go find local blogs or local newspapers, you know, any kind of local publications that have feeds, and import feeds directly so that you can basically post, even if not posts or snippets of posts, you can still get like headlines and embed like a widget onto a page or a post on your site. Or even multiple pages or posts, it doesn't matter. The point is that you can use these plugins in embedded calendar events and, you know, news sites and things like that to just inject. You can use Twitter too, by the way. You can use Twitter too to inject local relevancy into pages or posts. And it's not really a backlinking strategy. There are some things that you can do with that. I'll talk about that in just a moment. But it's really about the on page. It's about adding local geographic relevant information to your site. And so Google starts to associate that your keywords and your site, your brand, with that local event. Okay, so you gotta try to be a little bit targeted with that. And sometimes if you're in a big metropolitan area, like the events are just flat out overwhelming. So you've got to try to put a filter on it, you know, throttle it down a bit, or you can use very specific keywords sometimes, or hashtags if you're using Twitter and things like that to kind of narrow it down to where it's not overwhelming, the number of events that get posted. But it's really more about an on-page thing in that respect. However, I have tested and played with this a little bit, and I'm doing a little bit of testing with it right now. I've got limited time for it, but creating mini sites that are local, like event type sites, specifically to use as like a PBN, but you don't have to even create any content. It's auto-generated content from other local events and news-related sites, and you're just using it to basically create a curated site that just reposts events and things, and it's just strictly for creating local relevancy, and then you can use that to link over to your money pages. And that's that. So as far as like the linking strategy, that's how I'm doing it. There might be some other ways that some of my some others here can comment on, but that's typically I just use it for on-page relevancy. However, I have been testing recently with creating some mini sites that are hyper local focused, and using that as just curated news and events calendar basically. And you can use Facebook, by the way, guys. Facebook events. You can do searches for Facebook and use those to add content, and then actually linking from those like mini sites over to the money site. Okay, you guys got comments on that? Or any other strategies?
No, I think you nailed it, because I pretty much am doing the same that you said, Bradley. So
okay,
yeah.
All right, cool.